back if you're returning, and welcome if this is your first time stopping by. Today I'm bringing you my recipe for Puff Puff, which I call Nigerian donuts. I don't make this all the time, so when I do, it is a treat. Let's get started. I'm using 3 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. I'm going to be using a 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. You can use more if you want it sweeter. And then I'm going to use 2.5 teaspoons of active dry yeast. I use enough yeast for me to have the jar, but if you just have the sachets, then use 1 sachet. That's 2.25 teaspoons, but that's fine. So now on to my water. I'm going to proof my yeast. If you don't want to proof it, you can just add it straight to your mix there. To proof it, I'm going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, which I have in that water. I like the water to be about 105 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to add the yeast, mix it in, cover it, and let it stand for 10 minutes, and we'll see if it's working. I mixed my flour and other dry ingredients together, and now I'm going to add my yeast. As you see that foam on top, that means that your yeast is working. For my mixing water, I like it to be at about 110 to 120 degrees. So I'm just going to show you how to test this if you don't have a thermometer. I usually mix 1.25 cup of cold water and 1 cup of hot water. And if you can stick your finger in and leave it in there with a little bit of a sting, then you are good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding that to my mix there. I'm going to slowly add the water and mix it really, really well. I'll start off with my spoon, but I'll end up using my hands because I just want to make sure that all the lumps are mixed away. Alright, so I'm going to mix this nicely with my spoon. If you haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to hit that red button and join the family. Thank you. If you're recently subscribed, thank you very much and welcome to the family. Alright, I'm going to add the rest of my water, and like I said, we are going to get those hands ready and mix this batter till it's beautiful and smooth. As you can see there, that is the consistency that you are looking for. I'm going to pour this back into my glass bowl because it will hold my plastic wrap better. I'm going to cover with plastic wrap and a kitchen towel and throw it in the oven. The oven is off. Alright, and we're gonna get ready to start frying. I'm just going to mix this down gently. Don't want to beat the life out of it. You can see those bubbles. That means your yeast worked nicely with your flour. Alright, so in my deep fryer there, I have my oil heated. You can use a pot. You just want to make sure that you have enough oil to deep fry this. I am not afraid to use my hands in the kitchen, so I'm going to be dropping these into the oil with my hands. Alright, now watch that puff float up to the top of your oil. That means that the oil is hot enough, about 340 to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, so I'm just going to fill up my fryer. I'm not going to overly crowd it. I'm just going to fill it up until I have no more room to drop any more puffs. And then I'm going to make sure that I mix this, flip them, because these things right here think they're gymnasts and they like to just flip back onto the side that is already brown. But guess what? You are in control here, so do the flipping. Alright, so we want to just cook these for about 4 or so minutes till they're beautifully browned and they're cooked inside. I'm going to drop them into my colander that is lined with paper towels, and I'm going to keep frying. There we go. And there are our beautiful puffs all done. Sometimes I like to glaze them just for variety. And so give this a shot, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know how it turns out.